between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton reached its boiling point at WWE Clash of Champions 2020, where the two superstars faced off in a brutal ambulance match for the WWE Championship. This encounter was not just about the title. It was a personal war fueled by revenge, pride, and a series of vicious attacks that left both men battered even before the bell rang. Held on September 27, 2020, at the WWE Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida, this match became one of the most anticipated bouts of the year, showcasing the intensity and physicality that defines WWE's top-tier storytelling. Bound and build up. The feud between McIntyre and Orton began after SummerSlam, where McIntyre retained the WWE Championship against Orton via a roll-up pin. This outcome infuriated Orton, who responded the following night on Raw by attacking McIntyre with 3 devastating punt kicks, kayfabe-fracturing McIntyre's jaw and sending him away in an ambulance. This act of brutality set the stage for a deeply personal rivalry. McIntyre, however, returned with a vengeance, delivering 3 Claymore kicks to Orton on the September 7th episode of Raw, which resulted in Orton being carried away in an ambulance as well. The recurring theme of ambulances led McIntyre to challenge Orton to an ambulance match at Clash of Champions, a stipulation where the only way to win is to incapacitate your opponent and shut them inside an ambulance. The stakes were heightened by McIntyre's vulnerability, a legitimate kayfabe injury where one bad strike could displace his jaw and force him to relinquish the title. Orton's status for the event was also in doubt after McIntyre's retaliation, leading to a series of matches involving Keith Lee, who sought to replace Orton if he was unable to compete. However, Orton made a shocking return on the September 21st episode of Raw, attacking both Lee and McIntyre with a steel chair and an RKO, solidifying his place in the match and intensifying the animosity. Sword, the ambulance match stipulation. This match is a rare and brutal stipulation in WWE, used only a handful of times in history. The objective is simple: defeat your opponent by throwing them into an ambulance and closing the doors. This no-disqualification environment allows for extreme violence and weapon use, making it a fitting culmination for a feud as personal as McIntyre versus Orton. Notably, the WWE Championship had never changed hands in an ambulance match before. Adding historical significance to the bout, the stipulation emphasized the physical toll the feud had taken on both men, with ambulances symbolizing the consequences of their actions. Match and outcome. Clash of Champions, the two warriors delivered a hard-hitting and dramatic encounter. McIntyre, fighting with a kayfabe jaw injury, had to avoid further damage to his face, while Orton targeted the injury with precision. The match featured brutal spots, including chair shots, kicks, and high-impact moves designed to incapacitate the opponent. Despite Orton's relentless attacks, McIntyre showcased his resilience, fighting back with his signature power and intensity. In the end, Drew McIntyre emerged victorious, retaining his WWE Championship by finally overpowering Orton and shutting him inside the ambulance. This win solidified McIntyre's status as a fighting champion who could overcome even the most vicious challenges. For Orton, the loss was a setback, but his performance throughout the feud highlighted why he remains one of WWE's most compelling heels. Significance and aftermath. Match at Clash of Champions 2020 was more than just a title defense. It was a narrative culmination of a feud defined by violence and personal animosity. McIntyre's victory reinforced his image as a dominant champion who could thrive under extreme conditions, while Orton's portrayal as a calculating predator added depth to his character. The match also served as a testament to WWE's ability to tell engaging stories, even during the pandemic era, utilizing the Thunderdome's virtual audience to enhance the drama. This clash further cemented both superstars' legacies, McIntyre as a resilient champion and Orton as one of the most formidable opponents in WWE history. For fans, it was a reminder of the emotional and physical investment that professional wrestling can evoke, leaving a lasting impact long after the ambulance doors close.